Blade lovers, back at you again with a ZT Classic Rick Hinderer design. As far as I know, it's still available. Checking on Blade HQ, and it is up in the high twos, I think like 280 or so, with a suggested retail of $325. This one is a little different though, as this is what is referred to as a ZT factory blemish, or blem. So I got this at a pretty good price a number of years back. You can see with the 4 X's at the bottom in place of a serial number that this isn't a perfect knife. However, I believe I found the blemish on this. There it is. That's all it is, and if you don't mind that, you got a brand new knife for way less money. I think this came in somewhere a little over 100 maybe, a number of years ago, or at 100. So these you can get by going to the Kershaw factory up in, I believe, Oregon. And there was a guy that was going up there and buying these, reselling them as blemish knives, not as new ones, or not as perfect ones, that is. It's a new knife. And he's making a little profit on them. Not much, as far as I know. Anyway, here we have a nice flat dark earth G10 handle. It's a beautifully made knife. Drop shutty like crazy. And it is an LMAX. A little bit about the LMAX steel. And yep, it's full titanium on the frame locking side. We'll go over some of the details in a moment. Little blurb on the zero tolerance 561 or 0561. It's a Rick Hinderer design. It was announced way back in the 2011 Blade Show. Features a premium stonewashed LMAX blade with a plain edge, ambidextrous thumb stud. Handles 3D machined out of 6AL4V titanium. It's a frame lock and G10. Pocket clip tip up, and it is reversible. Some specs: 8.75 inches overall, 3.75 inches blade length, blade thickness of 0.16 inches, LMAX steel. It's a drop point, hollow ground, stone wash. Handle length is 5 inches. Closed length is 5.125. Handle thickness is 0.58 inches. They consider this a brown G10. We'll call it a FDE, flat dark earth, perhaps. It weighs almost 6 ounces. It's not a light knife. 5.98 ounces. Left or right hand carry. And oh yeah, tip up, tip down. So it's a 4-point. Hadn't noticed that. It is a 4 anchor point, 4 position for the clip. And model number 0561, considered everyday carry. And that is about it. However, a little bit about LMAX real quick. And again, you can look this up on this cool app called Steel Composition and Reference Data. If you haven't loaded this for your iPhone or Android yet, it's free, highly recommended. So LMAX is an Uddelholm steel, often referred to as UHB LMAX. Just scanning through some of the stats here, it's considered to be a cold work, high performance steel. High wear resistance coupled with high corrosion resistance Maximum working hardness is 62 HRC. The average range of hardness is 60 to 61. And he says here, when used with a coarse edge of about 400 to 800 grit range, it has a durable, very aggressive edge. But Elmax can also support very fine, high-polished edges as well. For a high carbide, high chromium steel, Elmax is reasonably tough. It doesn't mean it would make a good sword, but as far as folders and small knives are concerned, it is one of the top choices. So, those of you who have a good collection and follow knives, I'm sure you're familiar with Elmax, but that was just a little extra blurb for you. Let's get into taking kind of a tour of this knife. Beautiful stonewash blade with the ZT logo on it. Got the double thumb studs. Got a sizable guard and finger choil area. Very aggressive jimping built into the frame and back of the blade. Have a nice chamfer, a swedge really, at the top. And nice thick tip. Open construction with 1, 2, 3 standoffs. A little bit of my pocket fuzz still in there. I have lightly carried this knife over the years. There's your multiple anchor points for the clip. It's a deep carry clip with a ZT logo on it. Brings you just about to the butt end of the knife, so it pretty much disappears. You've got your over travel stop way back here on this one, which is interesting. You got that beautiful 3D machining in the titanium. And the Elmax steel marking there. And the fact that it's a Hinderer design, 0561. Again, the 4X's there do indicate that this is a factory blem or blemished knife. But again, that's all I can find is that little ding right there. Could even be that they had tested the hardness on this one and hit it a couple times. I'm not sure. But it just is so smooth and buttery. If anything, very light detent, easy to fail. The heavier blade swings it right out there. You can use a thumb stud, whatever you wish. So I think that covers it for the stats. Let's take a look at it alongside some of the usual comparisons here. The Benchmade Griptilian, significantly smaller knife, both in the handle and the blade. And the Benchmade Freak. Again, it's larger than the Griptilian, but not quite as large as the ZT. Handle pretty close. Blade shorter. Finally, the big boy, Rat 1. It is a narrower handle, top to bottom, not as hand-filling. The blade, even up the pivots, very close to the same, maybe a shade smaller. Handle, same length, but we got more meat and a little different contour to the handle on the ZT. So feels great in the hand. I don't think there are too many knives with ergos as nice as this knife. You have a finger choil area there. You could choke up a little bit, but there's really no blade choil. There's a sharpening choil, which is quite nice. We have the two thumb studs resting on the frame as far as I can see. I don't believe there's a stop there, but that is not a blade stop. That is a reinforcement for the handle. That's what's holding the halves together up there. So again, I'm pretty sure that, yep, these thumb studs are coming to meet on the frame. If you feel or know otherwise, you can let me know, but I got it in my hand and it certainly looks that way. We have a very pronounced guard slash flipper. There's that little divot again I was mentioning. Opens very easy. I mean, you could even tune this up a little bit and improve on the detent. I like it the way it is. I don't carry it that often. It's more of a showpiece. Never going to be worth a whole lot because of the way they marked it as a blemish. But again, the value is that this is certainly a Hinderer design, high quality ZT knife. If you needed to get a hold of one, you'd need to spend about $250 to $280, I would say. And hope you enjoyed that. This is the ZT0561 by Zero Tolerance / Kershaw. If you like this review, please do so. And follow if you're not already. Subscribe. This Old Sword signing out.